Hey world, hey universe. This is a very special episode, big drum rolls. It's exactly 1 month since we started this channel. And my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, to my subscribers, and to all of you who are giving these valuable comments. Because in this world where it's either like too much anxiety going on or where people are heading over to entertainment over education, you guys are the rarest of rarest because you understood the value of this, and so I really appreciate all of you and my love to all of you. Okay, so this episode is going to be a fun-filled episode. Okay, first I'll tell you the trigger. Though this topic was on my list for a long time, but I'll tell you the trigger. Okay, so last week there was this talk show in a local channel where people were discussing like the two groups, one who believe in dieting, the other who did not believe in dieting, and then they were like talking about this, which is better and stuff like that. So I've always seen when this topic of health and fitness comes in, there's so much lack of understanding of a holistic approach to this. So how am I qualified to speak about this? So after you finish listening to my journey over the next 2 episodes, you comment about the same. Okay? So jumping into my childhood, I've always seen as the stubby cheeks, dimple chin girl. So when you are obese as a child, you're beautiful, right? And then you move to adolescence, and then you get these intimidating comments like the stout potato and this mota brinjal and things like that. And that's when you're like, why are I like this short and stout? I go ask my family, and then they say it runs in your genes, baby. And I look at my brothers, they're like tall and lean, and why should only girls have these false genes? Okay, and then life moves so quickly. I get into the college, and then the first alarm rang when I was 20. So I get this knee pain in my right knees, and I also had a couple of falls, one after the other. I broke my ligaments in the ankle and things like that. And one night, like severe stomach pain and ulcer, I get admitted for an emergency appendicitis surgery, and that's the very first alarm that I got in my life. And then in the 2 weeks of that, after the appendicitis surgery, I did lose 2 to 3 kgs for the very first time in life, and that's when my weight kind of started to move the other side. Okay, but it didn't last long, don't worry. But life moved so very quickly. I get married very soon, and then by the time I just realized what's happening, I'm in front of this labor room, stepping onto the weight machine, and it shows 91 kg. Okay, and blood pressure 160 on 100. I get admitted for an elective cesarean section. Thank God my child comes out hale and healthy. But then I come out like as if I've lost already a part of me, and then I still look pregnant, okay, even after delivering the child. And I ask people like, why would women have to undergo such a journey? And then they say it's completely natural. Like you get married, you just give birth to a child, and then that's how women become obese, and it's like very natural. I didn't kind of understand the logic. Anyways, but of course, being a very geeky person, I just immediately start with my higher studies right after my first son is born, and life just kind of keeps moving forward. But I take one decision that no more weight gain. Okay, so I kind of struggle very hard. Like I become so tired, but still I struggle hard to keep that weight not budging off the scale. And sometime later, my husband kinds of looking at this anxiety. He says, okay, why don't you join a fitness center? And puts me into a fitness center very close to my hospital. So right after work, I would go there, work out, and then I come home still even more tired. But in the first ever transformation happened there. Okay, in 6 to 8 months, I lose about 6 to 8 kgs, and then I love the me that looked in the mirror, and that's the very first transformation I had in my life. But it didn't last long, don't worry. Kind of like life took on its own fast pace. I get enrolled into PhD, takes over, moves fast, and then I become pregnant again. But this time I somehow kind of maintained the weight at not so high level, and so my blood pressures also didn't go up, thank God again. So after my second pregnancy, weight again keeps going up like that. because my PhD was also taking off and I had to submit my thesis. Sleepless nights, anxiety builds in. I kind of moved close to that 75, 80 again. I go on a foreign trip for a research fellowship. I submit my thesis, I come back, and then I collapse out of shortness of breath. Okay, the second big alarm that rang in my life. And then I get admitted. I undergo all series of tests from top to bottom, and every report was abnormal. Okay, every report was abnormal, and that's when the actual transformation began in 2016. But you have to wait for one more week to really listen to what really happened in that time, and how I moved from that journey of 91 to the current place where I'm standing right in front of you. So I'm going to take a break next week because of some other commitments, but then wait to listen to this very interesting story. You will love it, I assure you of that. And until I see you in the next episode, signing off with infinite love, gratitude and bliss. This is yours, Liz, Let the Souls.